Thank you very much. Mustang Sally, that you better slow your Mustang down.
Yeah, Charlie was what I would consider, and a lot of people consider, a blue-eyed soul singer.
Oh, Mustang Sally now, baby. Bet you better slow your Mustang down.
But when you say blue-eyed soul, you're talking about a white twist on soul music.
Rolling all over town. Better get your flag feet back on the ground.
Unique. A unique voice.
He just had one of those voices that was classic.
If you need loving, call on me.
He could do anyone, but he did it his way.
If you want little kisses, call on me.
Voice was extraordinary when he sold the song.
All you gotta do is pick up the telephone line.
You know, his voice takes you to another level. I mean, you believed every song he sang.
He had you in his zone. He owned you. You listened to him. You almost dropped your jaw. And if he looked at you and played to you, you're done. You were done.
For a short time, we were with the DC Magnetones. At which time Charlie and I ran into a group called the Nowhere Men. They were playing at St. Francis Xavier on Pennsylvania Avenue. 13-piece blue-eyed soul. We were blown away. So we heard that they were going to lose their singer. And so we asked them, we said, are you looking for singers? And they said, yeah. And we went with that group. And that group really had a reputation out in Wheaton, Maryland. And we're getting booked regularly at big-time places.
Set me free, why don't you, babe? Get out my life, why don't you, babe?
Early on, it was just for the chicks. But as we got older, we were saying, well, we need to make some money. We can't make any money with 12 pieces. No club owner is going to pay, you know, $1,500. But this was in the 70s, you know, for this 12-piece band to play. So we left and formed the Second Coming.
Well, I played that hand and I know it's hard when the time comes round and you must discard someone who's in your life, who's in your way.
And I was with the group for a couple years.
Well, boy, you ain't seen half of the fun till you find one day that you are the one, that someone you really love is throwing away.
And then Joe got out of the Army and came back and took my place. And that group played for another 35 years in the DC area, Las Vegas, up and down the East Coast, Boston, Massachusetts, played in Ocean City at the Hilton and the Beach Club on a regular basis. They were killer floor show, changes of costumes.
But we'd all dress so cool, you know. We'd have designers, you know, make our costumes, and getting standing ovations at the end of the show because we had it choreographed so well. And then Bill Caron joined the group, and me and Charlie started developing this dancing and more theatrics. And Pineapple came up with this idea, we're going to do the Supremes. So we went down to a dress place down for a formal wear for weddings down in DC. And we were there, and we were outside this big glass window that had a bus stop and a bustling area in the downtown area, and we'd be trying on dresses. Guys trying on dresses for the Supremes, and we were cracking up. He said, well, this has got to work because everybody's looking in, and they're cracking up.
Lord knows I had the whistle blown, but I got to the station much too slow.
We did have a couple times in our careers where we almost, had a shot at everything. Finally, we did an album. Okay, then we found a backer. His name was Kenny Steele. Went on a cruise, and when he came back, he was going to shop this to New York and everywhere else. Came back from the cruise and died. He died in his living room and fell over and had a heart attack. So fate was always seemed to be against Second Coming.
But for a break here or there, he would have been national.
He was always playing music, and he would sing wherever he could with Kurt, but that wasn't paying the bills. So he had an asphalt company called CT Construction, which went belly up.
I had to find some way else to pay the bills. He sold crabs, he sold fire equipment, fire extinguishers and things like that. Anything he could do to make a nickel and make ends meet. I mean, he didn't have two nickels to rub together in the end, but the guy lived large. He just had a party. Never went hoarse, did all the wrong things. He drank Boilermakers all night, he smoked, ate all the wrong foods. He never forgot a word. If he did forget a word, he'd put another word in and you wouldn't even know that.
An old sweet song, keep my mirth on my mind.
But he pulled it off. He never missed a gig. In fact, upon Charlie's death, Kurt learned of it only because Charlie didn't show up for a gig. And that never happened. He never missed a gig. But that gave a light bulb went off in Kurt's head as to there must be something wrong. Charlie's not here. And that night he'd been taken to a hospital. And from then on, that was his demise from that point on. And remained in a coma until his death May 20th of this year. That was from Christmas Eve of '08 until May 2009, at the age of 59.
You put on his tombstone. I never had to say, what if? He said, I did what I wanted. Thank you. Don't feel sorry for me.
In love again. Thank you very much, sir.